The following portion of Daytime is sponsored by Phoenix Pest Management and Wildlife Control.
Living in Florida, there are plenty of wildlife critters and insect pests that we don't want getting into our homes and businesses. They can cause damage and be a major hassle to deal with, but the team at Phoenix Pest Management and Wildlife Control wants to help you live a pest-free life. Here to tell us more is the owner, Steve Barker. Steve, welcome. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. How are you?
Hey, great. I'm glad that you're here because you're going to be the one that's going to come save us all.
That's my job.
How bad is the problem of squirrels or even rats getting into people's attics and homes and businesses?
Yeah. Well, they say 7 out of 10 houses in Florida have some evidence of rats or squirrels, rodents in the attics. Whenever they transfer ownership and they go through inspections, the inspector reports say that there's at least that many homes that have problems. So I always say there's two types of houses, ones that we've already animal proofed and ones that need to be animal proofed, because at some point in time they're going to get in. Did you know that one male and one female rat can produce as many as 3,000 offspring in just a year's time?
I don't know that I wanted to know that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And it only takes the size of a quarter, a hole the size of a quarter, for them to get inside. So it's a huge problem, but it's something that can be fixed even preventatively before you start to notice a problem.
Well, we need that to happen. You mentioned animal proofing a home. What does that mean?
Well, what we do is we basically find every spot on that house that a rodent can get into, and we permanently animal proof it with permanent materials so that it's not able to get through there anymore. We find a lot of damage from even animals like raccoons that will rip a soffit open like that, or a rat or a squirrel that will chew a hole open like that. And we secure the entire home. So we call it animal proofing because we basically animal proof that house. We find everywhere on the house it can get into. And if you don't, they're just going to find another spot. If you go around just patching spots here and there, it's going to go on forever.
Gotcha.
And you're never going to actually get rid of the problem.
Wow. And you know, here in Florida, a lot of people have the solar panels on their homes, and you actually are able to animal proof and protect solar panels too. How do you go about doing that?
Yeah, well, we've realized that the phone calls would come in. I've got a squirrel nest under my solar panel, or even the bird's nest under there, the raccoon's nest under there. So we've developed, there's a company that we've worked with that we've developed these screens that we're able to put up without damaging the solar panels, with kind of like a pull and tab, where we can secure the entire solar panel all the way around so that nothing can get under there and nest and breed and multiply and do damage. Because if they get under there and start chewing those wires, then you're going to have thousands of dollars of damage to repair.
Well, since you're talking about money, how much does it cost for Phoenix to come out and just do an inspection?
Well, an inspection is completely free. Every house is completely different, and we have no idea exactly what we need to do to fix that house and make it animal proofed and secure. So we come out at our expense, and we do a thorough inspection of the home, in the attic, on the roof. Typically we'll go through the garage, because a lot of time the garage is an entry point as well. And they get into the garage and they figure out ways to get up in that attic too. So we look at that whole house and put a program together so that we can keep the rats from getting in.
And then
forever.
Are there warranties on the work that you do as well?
Yes, yes. We put in place a lifetime guarantee on the work that we do. We put you on a program with our pest service as well as our rodent station maintenance program. And it's also transferable if you ever sell that house to a new homeowner.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Steve, you've answered all the questions. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much. A big service to a lot of people here.
Happy to help.
And for more information, you can visit PhoenixPestPros.com. Daytime will be right back.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by Phoenix Pest Management and Wildlife Control.